Okay, so if we're talking about the Arab-Israeli problem, Muslim-Jewish problem, or if we want to say Palestinian-Israeli problem, any way you want to define this, we got a problem. And the question is, what's the solution? So I always tell people that you cannot find a solution until you define a problem. Imagine a man walking into a hospital saying, my arm's hurting you, and the doctor says, well, we don't know what to do, so let's cut off the arm and everything will be happy. I don't believe in that. We got to get to the basic problem, the definition. And here's where the solution begins. If you don't define the problem, you can't find the solution. If we're talking about land, and again, we'll discuss this together in a second, between 1948 and 1967, the Arabs had every inch of what they call disputed land today. Those are the years when the PLO was actually created to destroy Israel, so the problem is not land. If we're talking about Israel, in 1929, the Muslims in Hebron slaughtered the Jewish population in Hebron, so it must not be Israel either. In my humble opinion, the problem originally was Arab nationalism, and today is more of an radical Islamic problem, since all the terrorists who are killing Jews under the Palestinian claim over the last 30 years have been from that faith. Now, it's not saying that all Muslims are terrorists, God forbid. That's saying that we have a radical Islamic problem. Therefore, the solution has to be connected to that, and not to some fabricated national claim of the Palestinians or whatnot, because the murder and the terrorism was going on long before any of that happened. So that being said, my solution is very simple. Any Muslim or Arab who wants to live peacefully under Israel, as the Jewish democratic state, by the way, we say in Arabic, ahlan wa sahlan, you're welcome. There are certain ramifications and boundaries that we have to put because we want a Jewish state. And the Arabs who live under Israel, who are loyal, have a very nice life. And
hold on, but you
yes.
want to give the 2.5 million Palestinians living in the West Bank
it's a good question.
the right to vote in Israel?
Good. My answer is the following. Those Arabs were given Jordanian citizenship in 1948. When Jordan occupied Judea and Samaria, they gave all Arabs living there Jordanian citizenship. By international law, once a refugee receives citizenship of a third country, he's no longer considered a refugee. The fact that Jordan stripped them of their nationality in 1967 is horrible. They should be given Jordanian citizenship and be residents of Israel with full human rights, everything from education
Did you ask
to health.
the Jordanians
Well,
whether they're
you didn't really
okay
ask,
with that?
but you didn't ask the Jews living in Judea and Samaria if you want to kick them out of their homes. You're okay with doing that?
But they're citizens of my country, not the citizens of any other country.
But they occupied that area. No, it was the Hashemite kingdom. The Hashemite kingdom.
we had peace
Hold on.
with
No,
Jordan
I'm not
since.
talking about Israel. I'm talking about justice. You're a man of justice,
But
right?
there's
one thing that I respect you of, and I do. You're a man of justice.
I appreciate what you say.
So, Jordan.
And I hope that
of course I am. But we don't respect. I respect you for that.
We have different
absolutely. I hold you up on that pedestal. I know that the left is not coming. Most of them, I really do. It's not coming from a bad place. They're coming from human rights. I believe that. The Hashemite kingdom came in and occupied an area that's 70+% of what was British Palestine. Today, that occupation in Jordan is over 74% Arabs who define themselves Palestinians. That's where Palestine should be. Now, whether they agree with it or not was never a matter of justice. In other words, I don't agree.
So just let me understand. Yeah. Your solution is Jordan is Palestine.
My solution is one of two. Either historically or in terms of justice, that should be Palestine. They have the majority of, they have the majority of Arabs consider themselves Palestinians. They occupy the majority of British Palestine. But even if they don't become Palestine, at least Jordan should give the Arabs in the West Bank Jordanian citizenship and let them be residents of Israel on two conditions. Number one, they accept the fact that it's a Jewish country. And number two, they don't fight Israel. They don't have any plans with a fabricated national claim to take over Israel.
Okay,
that's my solution.
All right, I think that your solution is just not feasible.
That's not an answer.
And immoral.
And immoral? How is it immoral?
Because you want people who live under your sovereignty to be citizens. You want to make them citizens of another country.
No.
It just doesn't make any sense.
They were citizens. They were stripped of their citizenship. The people who stripped them of their citizenship give them citizenship back.
Perhaps according to your logic, then the same way as Jordan gave them full citizenship and full rights, Israel now, since they're living under Israel for the last 50 years, should give them citizenship as well.
No, they're not.
And I'll tell you what
they're not. They're not living in Israel. Not even the Arabs in Jerusalem. The Arabs in Jerusalem have.
They live exactly in the area where you live.
Here's my proof.
When you get all the Israeli rights, and they're not getting.
They're not Israelis. Here's the proof, by the way.
Exactly. But hold on, I want to elaborate on my.
The Arabs in Jerusalem, they have Jordanian passports. And one of the reasons that they're scared to become citizens, by the way, is because Jordan will strip them as well.
And okay, we can talk about Jerusalem.
No, I'm just saying.
Jerusalemites. It was only
Jordan.
It was reported.
Jordan built the refugee camps, not Israel.
I want to have also my
Go right ahead.
to this. My observation on what's going on vis-a-vis the Palestinians is not the Palestinians what they need, but what Israel needs. The Zionists vision, the Zionist notion, the Zionist movement, since it was created, was about two pillars. The first pillar is that Israel is the Jewish homeland. The second pillar, from Herzl, Jabotinsky, Ben Gurion, Begin, and Rabin, was that this Jewish homeland, when it becomes a state, it will be a democratic state. Now, you are in control, full control, of the lives of 2.5 million Palestinians
Incorrect.
in the West Bank.
Incorrect, Uri. The PA is in charge, not me.
The PA is an administrative body, doesn't have any sovereignty. Okay,
All civil control.
But the de facto sovereign there, the belligerent occupier,
Incorrect.
is
Uri.
Israel.
IDF doesn't go into Bethlehem. IDF doesn't leave Tel Aviv.
It
It's not
does,
true.
by the way, it does.
Only when they're strapped terrorists.
It does.
Uri,
It does.
Uri, when
And they do it a lot.
Hold on. Trump went into Bethlehem.
Hold on.
Trump went
but
into
it
Bethlehem.
can.
Who was in charge of the security?
I won't distract.